Hello everyone, John Jenkins here, and I have a video for you. I wanted to say something. So I am a big fan of Anton Daniels. I love Anton Daniels' channel on YouTube. I watch a lot of his videos, and he's a very popular YouTuber. Uh, and you know, basically, um, but there's a problem with that in that I mean, uh, bad mouthing, talking down to black people, talking down to black. So to make a long story short, he talks a lot about black people and the pathologies of the black community. But I mean, he seems to be agreeing with a lot of people, black and white, who say that the black culture is bad, or black people are not black people are not working as hard as they should, or whatever. Black people are not assimilating. Black people are not doing as well as they should. And he says it. He says it in sort of a dismissive way. He says it in sort of a black people are inherently averse to success. So so my problem with that, like I said, he has a lot of views from particularly white people and other non-black people who, the issue is that it's a really hot industry. Talking down to blacks is a really hot industry. Now that Trump has a second term, and a lot of these whites and other non-blacks, they come to Anton Daniels' channel because I mean, let's be honest. In the past, whites have complained about black criminality, black illiteracy, black laziness, black dishonesty, or black untrustworthiness, or black lasciviousness, or black government dependency, or black mortality, black pro, proclivity, black profligacy, um, so on, all the black pathologies. There's probably about a billion of them. There's probably about a billion of them. So anyway, so a lot of these white guys, and a lot of these white Americans, and these non-black Americans, they when they do when they the problem with a lot of these whites and other non-blacks talking about black people is that usually when they do it, it's a segue. Usually when a white person or a non-black person starts whining about black crime, they're not doing it because they want black crime to uh, 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 they're not doing it because they want the black criminals to stop. They're doing it because they want to use the activities of the black criminals to besmirch the character of law-abiding blacks. And like I said, this has been true throughout history. I mean, most of the time when white people and non-black people, other non-black people, are complaining about blacks, they're not doing it to get at the gangbangers, because they're not doing it to get at the gangbangers. They're doing it to use that to reduce the wealth of a black doctor, or a black scientist, or a black president, or a black black millionaire, black billionaire. They're trying to use the actions of the few to denigrate the many. And so because whites and other non-blacks have been caught doing that so many times throughout history, the only way that they can espouse their views publicly is by either, obviously, the blank white screens, the whites and other non-blacks who have channels or profiles with no identifying features, so that they can say things like this without losing their jobs or whatever. And then you have these same people who are instead of putting the content on their own channels, instead of putting their own face, their own voice behind what they think, they simply comment on. They get black people to make those same comments, and then they just support those channels, those black channels that are making those comments besmirching black character. And so black people are making a killing right now, especially people like Anton Daniels and various other people on YouTube who are making a killing by talking about how black culture is inherently violent, black culture is inherently criminal, and then white people applaud this because they say, well, that's one of the good ones. But the problem with that is that, first of all, like I said before, uh, you know, when white people are complaining about black crime, they're not trying to make black crime stop. They just want to use that against law-abiding black people, and it's been that way since the beginning of time. So they're not trying to reduce crime, especially not in America. I mean, if you're talking to an American complain about crime, they don't want crime to go down. They want it to go up, so they can use the activity of a crime to deny law-abiding blacks services and customers and jobs and resources. So that's the first issue. And the second issue is that, I mean, I hate to bring it up, but hey, Anton Daniels, you're black. So, I mean, if all these white people and other non-black people are talking about how every black person is a criminal, and how every black person is on welfare, every black person has a million children out of wedlock, you're black. So I mean, you know, so not only are you black, but your children are black too. So and so on and so forth. Um, so the first issue is that, I mean, if if Americans really wanted black crime to stop, there would be no black crime. You know, Americans Americans get more benefit out of increasing black crime while simultaneously using that against law-abiding blacks than they do by actually reducing black crime. So that's the first thing, and then the second thing is that, hey, it's lucrative. It's lucrative to talk down on black people if you're black, because, like I said, whites can do it vicariously through you. They can point to you and say, I'm not the one who said this. It was this black guy who said this. I'm just supporting his channel. So so you're gonna get a lot of views. You're gonna get a lot of views by saying that, and you're gonna get a lot of support in the community by saying that. But you are you're still black, so they're gonna be using that against you specifically, and they're gonna be accusing you specifically of committing crimes, and and your children are black too. So uh, they're gonna be accusing your children. So I mean, it's like I said. I mean, um, so yeah, I mean, as perfect as these black YouTubers think they are, they're nowhere near as perfect as they think they are. So yeah, so that's all I want to say. I'm like I said, I'm a big fan of Anton Daniels' channel, and uh, never, I was never Trumper. I was a never Trumper twice. Voted for Trump twice. And I'm probably if things go the same, if things go the way they are now, I'm probably going to be voting Republican in 2028 as well. So yeah, so that's all I want to say. Is have a great day and goodbye.